Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, happy Friday, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresko. We'll get to your top stories at 4 in just a moment. But first, a look at traffic and weather with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, an absolutely perfect day out there. Finally, a week of clouds and rain. Much needed. Nice weather.
We love it when a forecast comes together.
Yeah, we do.
We love it when the dry air arrives just in time for the weekend. It looks like it's going to stick around for the weekend.
Love it.
Let's take a look at traffic as perhaps you're getting ready to hit the road. And the evening commute will start off fairly quiet. We do have a couple of things that are worth noting. Quickly, I'm noticing construction here between East Hampton, Northampton, and I-91. This is kind of a daily occurrence, but I'm noticing that it's kind of slow there. We've also got a slowdown on the Pike westbound in Ludlow, and also a slowdown at the 84 merge here east of our area, but in the Sturbridge area. So if you are planning on heading east on the Pike toward Worcester or beyond, it's going to be a little slow. That's the usual weekend migration to the Cape, I suppose. But otherwise, we're in good shape. Let's take a look at weather now. And as we were talking about, the comfortable air arrived right on time today. Temperatures right now, as we expected, are in the low 80s, 82 in Westfield and Orange, 84 in Greenfield and Springfield. And there's that breeze out of the north, refreshing breeze. Breathe it in. It's nice. And that's keeping our humidity down. You know, this is pretty nice air for the end of July. 51 degree dew point in Springfield, 58 dew point in Greenfield. So comfortable for the most part as you head out and about for your Friday night fun and frivolity. And you can see here that there's nary a cloud in the sky, just a few scattered clouds here and there over the Connecticut River Valley. We'll talk about some weekend events happening with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
A crash on I-291 westbound in Springfield caused some delays during this morning's commute. The crash was near exit 4 around St. James Avenue. Traffic was reduced to one lane with backups extending to exit 5 near Page Boulevard. There has been no word on any injuries or number of vehicles involved in that crash. We will continue to update this story as soon as more information becomes available. We now know the name of the suspect accused of leading police on a chase from Springfield to Agawam that ended with 3 officers injured. According to officials, detectives were investigating 20-year-old Davy Quinones for allegedly being in possession of an illegal gun with a 50-round magazine. When they tried to take the suspect into custody yesterday afternoon, he allegedly led police on a chase over the South End Bridge and into Agawam, where he struck a police cruiser in the Route 57 rotary. The injured officers are expected to be okay. Big Y supermarkets are temporarily closed. They're closing their delis following a listeria outbreak in some Boar's Head products. The grocery store chain said it will temporarily close the deli to destroy all potentially impacted products and sanitize the departments. Big Y also stopped shipment of the recalled products to their stores. All recalled products were sold nationwide. So far, the outbreak has sickened nearly 3 dozen people and caused 2 deaths. We have additional information right here on our website. Well, cheese lovers came to the Eastern States Exposition this morning for the Big E Gold Medal Cheese Competition. Each person had 6 minutes to judge a delectable dairy that was made right here in Western Massachusetts. This year, the competition added new classes, including Hispanic style and traditional international. Each team followed a 2-judge process where one focuses on technical and the other focuses on aesthetic. The American Cheese Society is the only other place that hosts competitions like this. Well, let's bring back Brian Lapis now. Good news if you have any weekend plans. The weather looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really does. And there's a lot of stuff happening up and down the valley, not the least of which will be your plans. And hey, maybe you're planning on a little baseball tonight in Westfield. Westfield Starfires are in action tonight. First pitch is 6:30 p.m. at Bullens Field, and should be a lovely night for it. 80 degrees at 6 o'clock, 72 at 9 o'clock as that game wraps up. By the way, I should mention the fact that there's a live concert, live music at the Elm Street Plaza in Westfield as well. So maybe you hit that first and then go over to the baseball game. Lots to do. And then also tonight in East Long Meadow, a cornhole tournament. This is what I'm talking about in terms of Friday night fun and frivolity. Throwing the bean bags at the end of Baldwin Street, 45 Baldwin Street cornhole tournament. Sunshine, 6 o'clock, 80 degrees, and by 9 o'clock, 72 and mostly clear. So a lovely evening for that. And of course, the Northampton sidewalk sales continue tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine, low humidity, 79 at 11 a.m. and 87 at 3 p.m. We'll talk about even warmer weather potentially for Sunday on 22 News at 6.
If Brian and I are not here for the 6 o'clock news, you know where we are at the cornhole tournament. Meantime, the 2024 Paris Olympics are finally underway with an opening ceremony for the record books. Rather than parade inside a stadium, more than 10,000 athletes sailed in a 3.5-mile flotilla of 94 boats down Paris's iconic Seine River. More than 300,000 fans watching from the riverbanks and bridges, and more than 1 billion worldwide expected to watch on TV or online. The first medals are expected to be awarded tomorrow, and you can watch the Olympics right here on 22 News with a rerun of today's opening ceremony tonight at 7:30. Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris for President of the United States today. The Harris campaign posted a video showing a phone conversation between her and the Obamas. Before dropping out, Obama had supported Biden's re-election effort, but he had concerns after his weak debate performance in late June. Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton also endorsed Harris in a joint statement this week. Now for a look at what we are working on for 22 News starting at 6 o'clock tonight. A local organization holding a drive to support the creation of their emergency summer cooling kits. See how one item can make a difference for a community. And with the Olympics now underway, find out how to bet on your favorite athletes and countries. Plus, Massachusetts residents are receiving vote-by-mail applications for the state primary. We have the latest on what's on the ballot this September. Brian?
Couple of slow spots to tell you about, Nick. I-91 northbound between East Hampton and Northampton. There's construction there that's slow going. We've also got a little slowdown in Ludlow, I-90, the Mice Pike westbound, and then also the typical spot. This is the time for it, and this is the place for it. Slow traffic at the Mass Pike I-84 merge heading eastbound. Weather looks great for the weekend. We'll update on 22 News at 6.
All right, Brian, thank you, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock online. Again, we start at 6 o'clock tonight, right after the Olympics. Local news and weather anytime on our website and the free app.